Okay, students, and welcome back to the class. So, in the previous class, we were discussing about the morphology of flowering plants. In that, we were discussing about the families. We have discussed about the Solanaceae family, which is known as potato family. So, today we will discuss about Liliaceae, and commonly it is known as lily family, and it is representative of monocotyledonous plants, that is the plants which have a single cotyledon. Okay, and let us consider the vegetative characteristics of the family Liliaceae, and so these are perennial in nature. Perennial means they grow more than they complete their life cycle more than 2 years, isn't it? So, in based on life cycle, we have annuals, biennials, and perennials. So, annuals, they complete their life cycle within a year, and the biennials, they complete their life cycle within 2 years, and more than 2 years, they are known as perennials. Okay, so these Liliaceae family members are a perennial herb and with underground bulb forms and rhizomes. Okay, and leaves in case of this Liliaceae family are they are alternate in nature, that is they arise alternate to one another, and they are basal. Basal means the leaf appear at the base of the stem, and linear, and X stipulate. X stipulate means they are without stipulate, not having a stipulate, and parallel venation. So venation is arrangement of veins, and it is parallel here. That means the veins are parallel to each other. Okay, and so that was about the vegetative characteristics. Next, let us consider the floral characters. In that inflorescence, it is solitary in nature. Solitary means single, and it is cymose, and flower is bisexual. That means both androecium and gynoecium are present. That is male and female reproductive are present. That is bisexual, and it is actinomorphic. Actinomorphic means they are radially symmetric. Radially symmetry means they can be divided into two equal parts by plane, any plane passing through the center. That is radially symmetry. That is actinomorphic. And next one is perianth. Perianth is outermost part of the flower. Then that is sepals and petals are not clear. They are closed. So they are closed, fused with each other. They are known as tepal, and tepals are 6, 3 plus 3, and they are having valvate estivation. That means sepals and petals just touch at the margin. So, velvet estivation, that is estivation is a arrangement of petals and sepals, and here in case of velvet estivation, what happens? The petals and sepals they touch at the margin. Okay. The next one is androecium, that is male reproductive structure, and here the individual members of this androecium, they are called stamens. Stamens are 6, that is 3 plus 3, and gynoecium, that is a female reproductive structure. It is tricarpellary. That means there are 3 carpels. The individual members of this gynoecium are called as carpel, and they are tricarpellary, having 3 carpels, and syncarpous. That means carpels are fused here, and ovary is superior. That means ovary is above the other parts, and it is trilocular. Trilocular means having the three chambers, and with many ovules. There are many ovules in the ovary, and they have axile placentation. That means the ovules are attached at the axile, at the center, okay, with the three chambers, okay, that is axile placentation. And the fruit here is it is in a capsule or it is rarely berry, okay. And the seed is endospermous. That means it is having endosperm, that is having the reserve food which supplies to the growing embryo. And floral formula, here we see this BR, BR is bracteate. That means they are having bracts, that is a reduced leaf. And this is a actinomorphic, that is radially symmetry, that the flower can be divided into two equal parts by plane passing through any plane passing through the center. And this is this symbol denotes bisexual. That means both androecium and gynoecium are present. Male and female reproductive structures are present in the same flower. And perianth 3+3, okay, and androecium 3+3, that is 6 stamens are there. And this is superior ovary G, and okay. Next, the economic importance of the family Liliaceae. They are known for ornamentals. They are used for ornamental purposes. Ornamental ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಅಲಂಕಾರಿಕ ಒಂದು ಕಾಗಿ ಅವುಗಳನ್ನು ಏನಾಗ್ತದೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬಳಸಲಾಗ್ತದೆ. And they are the source of medicines. Many plants of Liliaceae family are a source of medicine, that is used as a medicine. Medicine is extracted, and they are also used as a vegetables, okay. So this is about the family Liliaceae, and this is all about the 5th chapter, that is morphology of flowering plants, okay. And in the next chapter we have this 6th chapter, that is all about the anatomy of flowering plants, okay. And here in this chapter we learned about the morphology of flowering plants. As we know that morphology is the study of external features of the plant, external features, that is plants, that is how they look. Here we discussed about the part of the plant is having two parts. The one which is above the ground is known as a shoot system, and the part which is below the ground, that is known as a root system. And in the shoot system we have this leaf, stem, flower, and all that, okay. And we have discussed the different aspects of roots, that is root modifications for storage, for support, isn't it, and various other purposes, even for this respiration and all that. Likewise even the stems and their modifications. Usually the stems are stems and their modifications for different purposes, like that of this what is that protective purpose. They will get modified into thorns, okay. Likewise so even we discussed about the structure of flower, various parts of a flower, okay, wherein the flower is having 4 whorls, okay. The outermost whorl is calyx. The next and the individual members of calyx are known as sepals, and the next to calyx is the corolla, and the member of this corolla are known as petals, and next to that of petals, this corolla, we have androecium, that is male reproductive structure, and after that the innermost whorls of the flower is gynoecium, that is female reproductive structure. Okay, and the female reproductive structure, the individual members are called as carpels. Carpel is having the three parts: stigma, style, and ovary. And androecium, the members in single unit are known as stamens, and stamen is having the two parts, that is anther and so that was about the structure of flower, and we discussed about the leaf, okay, and venation, and this arrangement of leaves, okay, and different types of leaves, okay, and that is all about the chapter, fifth chapter, that is a morphology of a flowering plant. Okay, with this we conclude here and continue tomorrow. Thank you.